Assalamu alaikum guys, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. In today's video I want to talk about what it means to live life as a game. And I saw a TikTok of a woman talk about this and it made me realize a lot of things really, and it made me realize how I would constantly try to fix my life and constantly try to get where I want to get in life, constantly try to be a certain person, and all I was chasing is what I wanted and the issues that I have, but I was never actually trying to live life. I was never actually trying to enjoy life. I was never actually trying to create out of love and out of love of the game, And this is what it means to live life as a game. And so I've made a list of what it means to live life as a game. And let's just get into it. The first thing is that to enjoy the game. To live life as a game is that you enjoy the journey. You fall in love with the journey. And I think this is so important because if we're constantly chasing something, we're constantly trying to become a certain person, and you're like, I will finally live my life and I'll finally love myself and I'll finally accept myself once I have this, once I become this, instead of simply enjoying the journey. Because when you're playing a game, it's not about just winning. It's about having fun and it's about enjoying the game, enjoying the journey. Living life this way is really amazing because I think I've heard a lot of people say different things about living life a certain way. Like some people say life's a test and a lot of people say a certain thing. But I think when you're living life as a game and you simply fall in love with the journey, you realize that nothing else actually matters other than the journey. Because imagine when you finally achieve something, that happiness or that feeling will last for, I don't know, a week, a month, a minute, an hour, and immediately it's gone. Immediately you're back to chasing something else. You're back to not accepting yourself. You're back to looking for reasons why you're still not good enough. Like when you want something, you don't want that thing. You want the feeling of that thing. When you want money, you want the feeling of abundance and secure. When you want a good body, you want the feeling of feeling confident and feeling good about yourself and feeling good about your body. And I think that you can start to embody that feeling right now, today, as I speak. It doesn't have to be something that you finally do after months and years. And because the truth is that actually never comes. People who constantly just simply focus on winning, not just winning, like they focus on just having something and then they finally allow themselves to live, they finally allow themselves to have fun. That never happens because once you have something, you're chasing something else. And so I think falling in love with yourself a little bit more and accepting yourself a little bit more and loving the journey a little bit more every single day, that should be the number one goal. That has become my number one goal and my number one priority because every single day I woke up, it was this depressing feeling of constantly counting what I don't have and what I haven't done and what I haven't achieved yet, and looking at the numbers constantly over and over again, other than simply being happy that I'm alive today and I have the opportunity to learn. I have the opportunity to create. I have the opportunity to figure life out and simply experience today. You right now listening to this video, you are alive, and that alone is a blessing. Fall in love with the journey instead of simply running to a destination and thinking you'll finally have love and acceptance once you have that, because you are deserving of love and acceptance right now. So yeah. Second thing, what it means to live life as a game is that you would not care about what people think. You would not care about judgment. Imagine you're sitting and you're playing a game and you would feel judged or weird for having fun, for being cringy, for being weird, for being loud, for being funny, and just simply having fun. And if people would judge you, you'd be like, what the hell is your problem? Just playing a game. And that's life, because we have all this social pressure to be perfect. Don't embarrass yourself. Don't bring embarrassment to us. Be normal. Don't be weird. Don't be too desperate. Just be cool, be calm, be collective. And I think because of this social pressure, a lot of people are afraid of trying anything. A lot of people are afraid of being themselves. A lot of people are afraid of putting themselves out there just for judgment, just for being cringy and weird. And so I don't really relate to this. A lot of people have this issue and I don't really relate to this, or maybe I do relate to this, but I challenge this a lot. I make myself do uncomfortable, weird things. I make myself post on a platform that might get me 11 views and 10 views, but I still keep going because I love doing what I do. And when you start doing things that make you feel weird, that make you feel cringy, that make you feel like, oh, what are people going to think about this? You realize that you're not actually going to die. You realize that the person who's actually judging you is you. Because I've realized that when you have been abused your entire life and people will always judge you and criticize you, I mean, that's life. And then one day when you get out of there, or when you're living a life when you can do whatever you want to do, you realize you start to actually abuse yourself. You start to judge yourself. That voice that people had that were always judging you or criticize you, that becomes your inner voice. And so I think that is a huge issue that people have faced, because you put yourself in a mental cage just so people don't judge you, just so people don't say anything. And the reason why I don't relate to this is I always ask myself, these same people will not care if you're facing the worst issue, if you're having the worst financial difficulty issue that you're facing. These same people will not care at all. And all you think about is what they think. These same people that will simply walk away if you drop dead. And so I think that's why every time I think, what will people think? I always tell myself, like, these people do not give a shit about you. And that is simply the truth. So I've seen a lot of people go through this, have this crippling fear of what people might think. And it's really, really sad, because imagine you have an amazing life where you can experience and learn and have fun and just learn about yourself and learn about life, but you just sit there and do nothing because of fear. And the only thing that you're thinking about is what you could have become, about if you had no fear, what you could have become if you weren't afraid of judgment. And that's so sad. And I never want to lead my life that way. I never want to be 60 years old, 80 years old and realize that I could have actually lived a life. I could have actually experienced. I could have actually had fun, but I didn't because I was afraid. So I think that's something that you need to think about. Like, will the fear of being cringy and weird and being judged is better than the fear of having regrets? Like, literally start thinking about that. Because when you're living life as a game and you look at life as a game, because look at all the people who are the most cringy and the most weird are the people who are making the most money, are the people who are the most successful. Like, truly look at it, because they just view life as a game. Like, they just don't care what people think. And even if you think that they're cringy and weird, they don't care because they're getting their money up, So yeah, the way you win is realizing that being cringe is actually being free. So play life and view life, play like a child would play. And the reason why I say why a child would play is that children they weren't taught any sense of being insecure or being judged or all these things. They just don't care. They simply play to have fun. That's all that they do, and that's all that they think about, is to play and to have fun. Another thing that I realized when I've learned this is that I would not take life so seriously. I think I always take life way, way too seriously. And the reason why that is, I look at all of my problems and all of my issues and all of my failures as something that's way too big. And I also really know that most people do this. I mean, if you've faced a really difficult situation, or if you're facing a really difficult situation right now, that does make sense. But looking at it as if it's something so big and it's something that's so painful, you're not making yourself any favors. You're not doing yourself any favors, because if you do that, you will not be able to have the chance to learn. You will not be able to have the chance to simply walk away, because having an issue becomes an issue. Because if you live a life as a game and you realize that having issues are okay, you would have an issue or a problem and you'll be like, okay, how can I overcome this? How can I learn from this? How can I go past this? That's all that you think about. And if you think about that all the time, that is what you'll be able to do. Because if you constantly think about something, you will be able to accomplish it. And so I think most people, me personally, I would make my issues and my trauma like it's my identity. It's like the reason I'm unable to move on. This is the reason I'm unable to get anywhere. It's because that I have these issues, and I would make these issues way bigger than what they are, because that is what I'm constantly focusing on. So I think life is not that serious. Someone broke your heart. Okay. So what? You tried a business and it failed. Okay, what now? You made a video and it flopped. Okay, what now? I didn't flop. I didn't fail. The video failed. What can I do better next time? What can I learn from this? I think it's taking the issues way too personally. Like if someone rejects you, maybe they don't like maybe it's something that they're facing. Maybe they know that the both of you are not compatible, and that's okay. You can simply just move on. If a business failed, maybe there's something up with the business that you need to look into so you can learn from it, other than just looking at it something that's so big. Like you didn't fail. That thing that you tried failed, and you can learn from it. So yeah. These are the list of reasons that I've learned once I learned that life is simply a game, and we're here to play, we're here to have fun, we're here to enjoy. So just have fun and enjoy. I mean, imagine that God or the universe has given you a game to play and you never played. You just sat there feeling afraid that you'll be judged or you'll be seen weird. The only thing that I want to focus on is to simply live my life and simply enjoy life. Find the enjoyment in everything. Find enjoyment in creating. Find enjoyment in learning. Find enjoyment in becoming myself and becoming my best self. So yeah, that's it for the video. Please learn to love yourself, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.